We're here with a very special guest, Daniel Cachia from PPD Real Estate, ultra marathon runner, husband to Jules, father to Mila. Mate, welcome back again.
I know, 12 months.
12 months.
Doesn't that fly? Like, a lot happens in 12 months.
It does.
It's a short period of time, but huge amounts can happen.
So why are we here? What are you up to again?
What am I up to again? I am being silly and running 100 Ks in the Blue Mountains again, the UTA100. It's 100 Ks, 4,400 meters of elevation. Right. So it's not just a standard, marathon on the road where it's flat and boring and monotonous. It's in the beautiful Blue Mountains, hilly and exhausting.
Why did you set out for this? What was the reason? What was the cause behind you running?
It goes back to 2019, like we touched on. Was a smoker. Mila would ask me, "Oh, you going for a smoke, Daddy?" And I was just like, "Oh, this has got to stop." She would have been about 5 years old, asking me all sorts of questions. So I knew I had to do something that was going to take my focus, let alone off smoking, but also into a really healthy way and just give me drive and ambition. And it was running. Yeah. It was over to the Kepler Trail and give it my red hot crack. It was a 60K run, but COVID hit. That was 2020. That was like February 2020. Yeah. And here we are.
Wow. If we reminisce from last year, the run that you did last year, let's debrief that, because that was a journey in itself. You ran for an amazing cause. There was a lot of prep. There was a lot of team support. There was a lot of training that you had to go through. Tell us about the Oscars 100 and the reason, that internal motivation, why you chose that cause.
Jules sent me a podcast to listen to. So our daughter is autistic. She's a level 2 autistic child. She's highly functioning, but absolutely amazing. And Jules, full-time carer, and credit to her, has just done an amazing job in whipping Mila into shape, if you wish, and getting her ready for the later years of life. Stuff that just blows my mind, and I'm learning, and she's just streets ahead. So Oscars 100, they're a charity. So their 2 children are autistic, and they've set up it's actually in Victoria, it's not in New South Wales, and they're helping children with early intervention, helping them pave the way, helping with schools. They're actually right now. So last year we raised $14,500, which was amazing, just above and beyond.
Huge.
But that money is going to a school which is creating them an indoor athletic centre, which is safe environment for the kids to run, and no sensory overloads with the outdoor elements. Yep. It's indoors, it's not outdoors, and also some respite for their families as well. So it's such an amazing cause, and they're good people. He's an ultra runner. She's just as amazing. I think she runs ultras as well, his wife, and it just resonated with us.
That's amazing. So last year raised $14,000, and it's going to an amazing cause, the Oscars 100. But tell us about the run. We're out there as your support crew, and it was incredible. But what did you experience throughout that run? What was the mindset like? How did the body feel? Tell us about some of those experiences.
I got to 45 Ks. I think I said, I felt good.
Yep.
Like, who runs 45 Ks and feels good?
Yeah.
It was amazing. And then seeing yourself, Jules, and also Maddie helping out as well. It was just the best day. It was freezing cold. It was sleeting. It was like literally 4 seasons in one day. The highs and lows of the journey of the race, like it's literally 100 Ks, and you chunk it down into 4 quarters, and then chunk that 4 quarters, call it like 22 Ks each or 23 Ks each, right down to 10s and 5s. Like I was calling it a park run at the end, which is 5 Ks. So just to get me through. Yep. I got past the 45 K mark and literally got at this place called Nellie's Glen, which is just a 600 meter vertical climb in the bush, and it's man-made steps, it's water, there's waterfalls, it's ugly, it's brutal, don't do it. But I'd never done it before, and got to the top of that, and I didn't realize how far the next checkpoint was. I thought it was just a K down the bush, and it was about 2, 3, 4, 5 Ks, and that was brutal. Then I got to see you guys, and I was absolutely cooked. I could hardly think, I could hardly focus, I couldn't even bend over and tie my shoelaces. I was spent, absolutely spent. And I think you asked me there how are the legs, and I'm pretty sure I said 50%, but they were probably more of a 35% just done. I knew I had the hardest leg coming up as well, which was another 22 Ks to get to Queen Victoria Hospital, but it's choppy, it's up and down, it's around, you're dodging puddles, you're going down the giant staircase, which is a man-made steps into the mountain, past the Three Sisters and then up another fern bower steps, and that's brutal. But one of the most amazing experiences of my life as I came out of Fairmont, and the volunteers that just help you in this race. This race is just amazing, it's next level. The volunteers, I couldn't even get my backpack off to put on my high-vis jacket because we're starting to get into the night. And she did it all for me. So she filled my water bottles up, she put it on. I even saw a gentleman there whose house I had actually done an appraisal at. He's like, Daniel, is that you? And I'm like, all foggy. I'd go, oh yeah, hi Nick, how are you? He just ran the 50 and I was just like, oh wow, I'm in all sorts here, like can hardly recognize people. But headlamp on, back out you go, and it was still daylight at this stage, but we're coming around a trail called Undercliff Track. And Undercliff Track is literally as it sounds. You've got a cliff over the top of you, you're running around coming into Wentworth Falls, and it's literally just a sheer drop down. And it was dark, it was daylight and the sun was literally setting. It was just sun coming into night, and just as you were running, you could the sun just disappeared, and then all of a sudden it was just pitch black. And it's just the Blue Mountains, darkness, and just you on a head torch running. It was an epic experience. I will never forget that moment.
That's so amazing. The will, the grit, the endurance, what you put your body through in order for this cause and also for your own lessons and growth. If you think back about that race, what was your maybe one or two biggest lessons that you took away from that race?
Your body is literally capable of doing whatever your mind tells it to do. Like you got a text message, a beautiful moment 80 Ks in from a mate saying, nobody has died from sore legs, Daniel. Keep running. And it's the truth. I had 22 Ks to go, 20 Ks to go. And your mind just says, you can do this, you can run. We're amazing creatures as human beings, and you can absolutely push yourself so far out of your comfort zone into that growth stage. And that's my mantra for this year is growth, and your body will do it. So long as you're ahead and you've done the training and you've done the prep, your body will do it.
Yeah, amazing. So taking those lessons and moving into this one coming up 6 to 8 weeks away, what are you looking forward to achieve? So you've got the run. Is there a time that you're going for? Is there a donation goal that you're going for? What are some of those goals that you're looking to achieve this coming run?
My goal last year was to do it in 15 hours. I ended up doing it in 15 hours and 46 minutes. We raised the $14,500. This year I'm aiming to do it in 14 hours or less. And I'd love to raise $15,000. And just the power of raising money for autistic children with Oscars 100, having everyone's well wishes and everyone's donations flow through just gives you a whole new layer of energy, motivation and purpose to finish the race. And it's big thanks to the people, my networks and database who support and help me. They might not know that they're helping me on the day, but it's in the memory bank, and everyone's donation is really appreciated.
Amazing. So, big race coming up. Big goal of time, big goal of donation. Where can people go to support you, to find out about the journey? How can they support you?
How can they support me? Encouraging text messages is always welcomed, no matter what. I do have my phone on me as I am running, and they are read and received. They keep me going. But the donation page is my cause, and it's running to support Autism 2.0. Please head to the page. We'll put a link in the video or part of the bio, and anything helps from $1 to however much you can afford. It's appreciated.
Amazing. Get behind him. It's a great cause. The Autism 100. He's doing 100 Ks. Oh my goodness, right? In about 6 to 8 weeks. Let's support him. Let's raise that $15,000 together. Together, we can make this happen. Dan, thank you so much for chatting with us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much. We haven't done it yet, but we will. Thank you.